Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, in whichever time you're watching this. Welcome to SSC and welcome to the 30th day of Static GK quiz show, in which we shall be discussing 20 questions on history. So, a full video course on modern history is now out at SSC Sikkim, which is dedicated for SPSC. So, those SPSC exam in which modern history is there as syllabus, this video course will be helpful for you all. And to get this video course, in which you get recorded videos in the Google Drive and also the PDF, it will cost you 1200. This is not available on YouTube. Okay, so for that, send a message to 7797058659, a dedicated video course on modern history for SPC. So there are total of 20 questions in this session, and I request everyone to please participate in the quiz. And as you all know that the PDF of entire series of this static GK quiz show, it will cost you 300 rupees, in which you get the PDF of all the videos till now and further of this series, each and every video in both digital read and printable format. Okay, just for rupees 300. For that, also send a message to this number. So let's begin with our session history. First question: which among the following is not a correct pair? The options are there and your time begins now. Ellora Caves, built by Rastrakuta rulers. Mahabalipuram was built by Pallava rulers. Khajuraho was built by Chandala people, Chandala dynasty, or Elephanta Caves was built in Mauryan era. Which one is not correct? The correct answer is D is an incorrect statement. Elephanta Caves was not built in Mauryan era. Okay, first of all, let's discuss other options. First of all, Ellora Caves. Ellora Caves was built by Rastrakuta rulers. So this is absolutely fine. And then Mahabalipuram was built by Pallava rulers. This is also fine. Okay. Khajuraho, which is in Madhya Pradesh, a group of temples, it was built by Chandala dynasty, Chandala people. So this is also fine. Whereas Elephanta Caves is not built in Mauryan era. Then who built them? The cave temple, which is dedicated to Lord Shiva, it was excavated sometimes in 8th century by Rashtrakuta kings. Okay, so not in the modern era, but this was done by Rashtrakuta dynasty. Okay, Rashtrakuta kings. So I hope it's clear. Can anyone tell that where do you find Elephanta caves? What is the current location of these caves? Please write in the comment box if you all know. Okay, so I hope it's clear. Next question: which among the following Kavya of Sanskrit deals with court intrigues and access to power of Chandragupta Maurya? The options are there, and your time begins now. Mrichhakatika, Ritusamhara, Kumarasambhava, or Mudra Rakshasa. It's a Sanskrit Kavya which deals with court intrigues and access to power of Chandragupta Maurya. The correct answer to this question is Mudra Rakshasa. It's a Sanskrit language play and it's written by Vishakha Datta. So remember the author as well. It's written by Vishakha Datta, Mudra Rakshasa. It narrates the ascent of King Chandragupta Maurya in to power in India. You know, before Mauryan dynasty, there was Nanda dynasty. Okay, Dhananand was the last Nanda king. If you have seen the series of Chandragupta Maurya in TV, okay, currently also I think in Sony TV the series is going on, and before this there was a series in I think NDTV. Okay, it was dedicated to Chandragupta Maurya, basically to Chanakya. Okay, Chanakya was the person who brought Chandragupta Maurya into the throne. Okay, by removing of Dhananand. Okay, by killing Dhananand. So I hope it's clear. So this is it. Mudra Rakshasa. It's a Sanskrit language played by Vishakha Datta. Okay, it's related to Chandragupta Maurya, the first king of Mauryan dynasty. So hope it's clear. Next question: on which of the following systems of Hindu philosophy Shankaracharya wrote commentary on 9th century AD? The options are there, and your time begins now. Shankaracharya wrote commentary on 9th century AD. On which system of Hindu philosophy? Sankhya, Vaisheshika, Yoga, or Uttara Mimamsa? The correct answer to this question is Uttara Mimamsa philosophy. Okay, Shankaracharya wrote the commentary on Uttara Mimamsa philosophy on 9th century AD. Vedanta philosophy is also known as Uttara Mimamsa philosophy. Okay, so we know Vedanta philosophy popularly, but it is also known as Uttara Mimamsa philosophy because it deals with the later part of the Vedic literature, mainly the Upanishads. Okay, so Shankaracharya wrote commentary on Uttara Mimamsa in 9th century AD. Fine. Next question: the 8th century tripartite power struggle was among which of the following? Interesting question. The options are there and your time begins now. 8th century tripartite power struggle. Tripartite means between three parties, right? The power struggle was between whom? It was between Chalukyas, Pallavas, and Pandyas. I repeat, the tripartite agreement was the tripartite power struggle. Okay, not agreement. Power struggle was between Chalukyas, Pallavas, and Pandyas. The three kingdoms struggled for the power in South India. They were the rulers of Tamil country. Fine. Hope it's clear. Chalukyas, Pallavas, and Pandyas. Which among the following is not correct? The options are there, and your time begins now. The capital of Pandyas was Madurai. The capital of Cheras was Vanchi. The capital of Videha Kingdom was Mithila, or the capital of Gahadwal Dynasty was Kanyakubja, which is modern day Kannauj. Fine. So the correct answer or the incorrect statement is the capital of Cheras war Vanchi is not correct statement. Kakur was the major capital of Chera dynasty. So option B is incorrect. The capital of Pandyas was Madurai. It's correct. Option A is correct. Option C, Videha kingdom's capital is Mithila. It's also correct. Option D, Gadwal's dynasty capital was Kanyakubja, which is modern day Kannauj. It's also correct. Whereas the capital of Cheras was Karur, and it's not Vanchi. Okay. Hope it's clear. Today, Karur is a city and a district in Tamil Nadu. Fine. Next question. Which king started organization of Kumbh Fair at Allahabad? We know popularly as Kumbh Mela, right? So who started this Kumbh Mela, Kumbh Fair? Harshavardhana, Dhruvasena, Narshimhvarman or Akbar? Kumbh Mela. Kumbh Mela was started by Harshavardhana. Harshavardhana was also the last Hindu king of northern India, and he began the association of Kumbh Mela at Allahabad around 644 BC. The Allahabad Kumbh Mela is a Mela held in every 12 years at Allahabad, India. Allahabad, I think now it's Prayagraj. Okay, so in Prayagraj, India, Kumbh Mela is held in every 12 years, and it was started by King Harshavardhana. Fine. Next question. Upanishads are books on what? I think, okay, the answer also got revealed. It's on philosophy, right? Everybody knows, I guess. Upanishads are the books on philosophies. They are the later Vedic Sanskrit texts which supplies the basic of later Hindu philosophy. They are the most recent part of the Vedas, the oldest scriptures of Hinduism. There are many Upanishads, okay, but then the Brihadaranyaka and Chandogya are the two earliest Upanishads. Okay, there are other Upanishads like Katha Upanishad. Okay, and there is a Mandukya Upanishad. Okay, so there are many Upanishads like this. Two are mentioned here, which are the earliest Upanishads, Brihadaranyaka and Chandogya. Okay, so I hope it's clear. Next question. Who was the first Indian ruler who had territory outside India? Interesting question. The options are there, and your time begins now. First Indian ruler who had the territory outside India. The correct answer is Kanishka. Kanishka was the first Indian ruler who had the territory outside India. He was the great ruler of Kunsan dynasty in the 2nd century. Okay, 2nd century, 127 to 150. He ruled all parts of the northern India and outside India also, such as Afghanistan and Central Asia. So the first Indian ruler who had the territory outside India was Kanishka. Next. Which of the following statement is wrong? Okay, again, this kind of question. The options are there and your time begins now. Which is wrong? Sunga dynasty was founded by Pushyamitra. Ashoka, who was the great Mauryan king, he died in 332 BC. Ashoka invaded Kalinga in 261 BC. Chandragupta Maurya earned the title of liberator, which is an incorrect statement. Three are correct, one is incorrect. And the incorrect statement is B. B, that is, Ashoka was the great Mauryan king, no doubt, but he did not die in 332 BC. He died in 232 BC. Okay, instead of 332, he died in 232 BC. All other options are correct. Before that, Ashoka was the third monarch of the Mauryan dynasty. I just said that Chandragupta Maurya was the first Mauryan emperor, and his son, I'm just forgetting his name. Okay, father of Ashoka. Please write who is father of Ashoka and son of Chandragupta Maurya. Okay, I'm forgetting his name. And the third monarch, that is grandson of Chandragupta Maurya, was Ashoka. Okay, he was the third monarch of Mauryan dynasty. Okay, he was born in 304 BC and died in 232 BC. You know that in BC the dates are reversed, right? So first 304 and only 232. So I hope it's clear. B is incorrect. Let's see other options. Sunga dynasty was founded by Pushyamitra, correct? Ashoka invaded the Kalinga in 261 BC, correct? And Chandragupta Maurya earned the title of liberator, correct? Next question. Who among the following was worshipped during early Vedic civilization? The options are there and your time begins now. Who was worshipped during early Vedic civilization? Varuna, Indra, Surya, or all of the above? The correct answer to this question is all of the above. Next question. Who among the following is a place of Larkana district of Sindh province in Pakistan? The options are there and your time begins now. Who among the following is a place in Larkana district of Sindh province in Pakistan? I had even conducted this question as a poll in WhatsApp group. Okay, member exclusive WhatsApp group if you have joined. The correct answer to this question is Mohenjo-daro. Okay, Mohenjo-daro is an ancient Indus Valley civilization city which flourished between 2600 and 9600 BCE. It located in the Larkana district of Sindh province in Pakistan. Okay, so hope it's clear. Next question. What led to the end of Indus Valley civilization? The options are there and your time begins now. End of Indus Valley civilization. Invasion of Aryans, recurrent floods, climate change, or all of the above? The correct answer to this question is all of the above. Okay, Indus Valley civilization got to its end because of invasion of Aryans, recurrent floods, and climate change. Okay, there are other factors as well which are debated upon. So, because of all these factors, Indus Valley civilization ended. Next, where were the hymns of Rig Veda composed? The options are there and your time begins now. Hymns of Rig Veda were composed where, in which place? Punjab, Gujarat, Rajasthan, or Uttar Pradesh? So hymns of Rig Veda, okay, basically verses of Rig Veda, bhajans we call it, okay, in like in our local language, it's Punjab. Punjab was the place where the hymns of Rig Veda was composed. Okay, Punjab is the place where hymns were written. So the answer is A. Okay, the Rig Veda is one of the oldest extant text in any Indo-European language, according to the philological and linguistic evidence. Next question. Who was the main male god worshipped by Indus people? The options are there and your time begins now. Indus people. Basically, the people of Indus Valley civilization. In Hindi or Nepali, we say Sindhu Ghati Sabhyata. Main male god who worshipped by these people was Shiva Pasupati. Okay, the people of Harappa, okay, which means Harappan civilization is also known as Indus Valley civilization sometimes. Okay, so the people of that civilization worshipped the mother goddess and Shiva Pasupati. Okay, mother goddess and Shiva Pasupati, the which was the male god, right? The mother goddess was also known as Sakti. Perhaps they believed her to be the source of all creation. They also worshipped the male god Shiva Pasupati. He was the lord of the animals. So Shiva Pasupati. Pasu means animals, right? So Shiva Pasupati meant the lord of all animals. Okay. Hope it's clear. More details on PDF as well as on the screen. Next question. What is the correct chronological sequence of the under mentioned Pallava kings? So all these are the Pallava kings. Now you need to tell that which king came first and then in the chronological order which king succeeded them. The options are there and your time begins now. Chronological sequence of Pallava kings. So let's see the answer. As you can see, answer is B 4231. You can see the list here. Okay, Pallava kings. The first Pallava king was Veerakurcha. Okay, Veerakurcha. He his tenure is not given, okay, not known also. The first king whose tenure is known was Mahendravarman, okay, Mahendravarman. So the correct sequence is 4231. So first of all, as you can see, let me turn on the highlighter. Yeah, so first of all we have Simha Vishnu. It's in 1 2 3 4 fifth, okay. Simha Vishnu, he came first out of these options, okay. And then Mahendra Varman 1, okay, Mahendra Varman 1. And then we have Simha Vishnu, Mahendra Varman 1, so 4 2. And then 3 is Narsimha Varman 1, so Narsimha Varman 1. And then we have one, that is Nandivarman 2. Where is Nandivarman 2? Here he is. Okay, Nandivarman 2. So Simha Vishnu came first, Mahendravarman, Narsimhavarman, and Nandivarman. So remember all these names. Okay, this time these are in option. Some other time in some other question, some other kings may be in option. Okay, so please know all the kings of this Pallava dynasty. Okay, next question. Which of the following statement is wrong? Again, the options are there, and your time begins now. Which of the statement is wrong? Dharmapala was the founder of Pala dynasty. Vikramshila University founded by Dharmapala. Harichandra was the founder of Pritihara Empire. Krishna III was the last Rashtrakuta king. The statement which is wrong is A. That is the very first statement is wrong. Dharmapala was not the founder of Pala dynasty. The founder of Pala dynasty was Gopala. Okay, Gopala was the founder of Pala dynasty and Dharmapala was his successor. So Dharmapala was the second king of Pala dynasty. Okay, the first dynasty is Gopala. Okay, Pala. I think it's easy to remember the name as well. Okay, their suffix is Pala. Okay, so Dharmapala second, Gopala first. So A is wrong. Other options are correct. Vikramshila University was founded by Dharmasala. It's correct. Harichandra was the founder of Pritihara Empire. It's also correct. And the last Rashtrakuta king was Krishna III. Okay, Krishna the III. It is also correct. Fine. Next question. Again, which of the following statement is or are incorrect? Okay. Sorry, not incorrect, correct. Which is the correct statement? The options are there and the time begins now. The first point is in 326 BC, Alexander invaded India. Second point is Ambi, king of Taxila, welcomed Alexander and his men. And third is Alexander died in 332 BC. Which is correct? The correct answer is only 1 and 2 are correct. Okay, Alexander, I think we just saw that he did not die in 332 BC. He died in 326 BC. Okay, Alexander died in 326 BC. Before this, I think we discussed about Ashoka. Okay, Ashoka. So Alexander died in 326 BC. So option point 3 is incorrect. Others are correct. In 326 BC, Alexander invaded India. It's correct. And Ambi, who was the king of Taxila, he welcomed Alexander and his men instead of resisting him. Okay, so it's also correct. So only 1 and 2 are correct. Third point is incorrect. Fine. Next question. Who was the ruler of the kingdom between the rivers Jhelum and Chenab at the time of Alexander's invasion? The options are there and your time begins now. Ruler of kingdom between rivers Jhelum and Chenab at the time of Alexander's invasion. Who was he? The correct answer to this question is King Porus. Okay, King Porus was the one who ruled between river Jhelum and Chenab. Okay, when uh, Alexander from Greece invaded. Okay, hope it's fine. Next question. Who was the last Hindu emperor of northern India? I think I just said the answer to this. Okay, he was Harshavardhana. Okay, Harshavardhana, who also started Kumbh Mela, right? So this is clear. Next question. Last question. Who was the first ruler of Chalukya dynasty? Chalukya dynasty. The options are there and your time begins now. First ruler of Chalukya dynasty. Pulakeshin first, Kirtivarman, Mangalisa or Pulakeshin second. The first ruler of Chalukya dynasty was Pulakeshin I. That is, he was the one who established Chalukya dynasty in 543. Okay, so Pulakeshin I is the correct answer. So with this we complete all the questions. Please write your scores. How much did we score out of 20? Let us revise all these questions quickly. So first, we saw that Elephanta caves were not built in Mauryan era. It was built by Rashtrakuta kings. Okay, all other options were correct. And then we saw that The Sanskrit Kavya, which dealt with the courts and intrigue and access to power of Chandragupta Maurya, was Mudra Rakshasa, authored by Vishakha. It was a Sanskrit language play. And then we saw that Shankaracharya wrote a commentary on Uttara Mimamsa in 9th century AD. And then we saw the 8th century tripartite power struggle was between Chalukyas, Pallavas, and Pandyas. We saw that the capital of Cheras was Karur and not Vanchi. Other statements were correct. We saw that Kumbh Mela was started by Harshavardhana. Okay, Harshavardhana. He started in Allahabad around 644 BC. Kumbh Mela. It's held every 12 years at Allahabad, which is now Prayagraj in India. Upanishads are books on philosophy. We saw the first Indian ruler where territory outside India was Kanishka. We saw that Ashoka, the great Mauryan king, did not die in 332 BC. Actually, he died in 232 BC. Okay, Ashoka. And then we saw that the god which was worshipped during early Vedic civilization were all of the above. Okay, Varun, Indra, Surya. And then we saw that Mohenjo-daro, it's a city of Indus Valley civilization in located in Larkana district of Sindh province in Pakistan. Okay, Indus Valley civilization's end was because of invasion of Aryans, recurrent floods, climate change, and other factors as well. So all of the above. Next, hymns of Rig Veda were composed in Punjab, and then we saw that male god worshipped by these people was Shiva Pashupati. Okay, the god of animals, Pashupati, and then we saw that the chronology 4231 is correct. Okay, 4231. Simha Vishnu came first, and then came Mahendravarman, and then came Narsimhavarman, and then came Nandivarman. Okay, so this is the chronological list. Please have a look. And then we saw that Dharmapala was not the founder of Pala dynasty. The founder of Pala dynasty was Gopala. Dharmapala was second. Okay, second to Gopala, the second ruler of Pala dynasty. Other statements were correct. And then we saw that Alexander did not die in 332 BC, he died in 326 BC. Okay, so other statements were correct. And then we saw that the ruler of the kingdom between rivers Helam and Sinab at the time of Alexander's invasion was Porus. Okay, King Porus. And then we saw last Hindu emperor of northern India was Harshavardhana, and then Chalukya dynasty was established by Pulkesin I. So with this, we complete the revision as well. Thank you so much. We'll meet with this kind of another session in the next video of this series. Keep watching SSC Second. Bye bye.